That we're just waiting for all the people to join in who we expect to come in. So I guess we'll start off in a couple of minutes.
Hey guys.
Hi. So
Hi.
hi. So Mayank is our founder. Just a quick introduction. Mayank, you wanna take it away?
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Can you guys hear me? Somebody's mentioning not audible in the chat. Okay, awesome. So I think welcome everyone. First of all, my name's Mayank Grover. I'm the founder of Outscale. I've been in the gaming industry for the last 10 plus years. Spent time both in India and US working with a lot of different studios. Um, you can think of a type of a game. I've probably worked on it in my decade-long experience, from casual games to real money games like Rummy and Teen Patti to more experimental XR, VR games before Oculus was a thing, things like that. So across the board, I've worked across, and Outscale was essentially a way for me to get started with something that I wish existed when in 2009 I was looking to get into the gaming industry. I didn't have any help, I didn't have any support, there were no communities around. So Outscale was my sort of goal for getting this kind of a thing started with a sort of a community focused approach. Mohit, I know my voice is very low. Unfortunately, I've been down with fever for the last 2 3 days. Ideally, I host these calls with either Manas or Malar, but today these guys will be taking you in just because I've been out of action for the last 2 3 days with fever. So my apologies. My throat is all completely messed up. So my bad guys there. But yeah, if there's anything that you're not able to hear or anything, just do let me know. I'll repeat in the chat. Okay. But yeah, so whole sort of focus for Launchpad is that you'll be able to get a good understanding of what real game development is about. Irrespective of which level of expertise you are at, whether you are just starting with your first programming language or you already have 3 4 years of game development experience, it doesn't matter. There are different tracks that will give you an in-depth overview of what professional game development can be, right? And how you should get started on that, right? So that is sort of in the next sort of 14 15 days, you'll get to learn these details, right? And Manas and Malar will be taking you in detail on all the, like elements of the different tracks, how they're set up, how will you be interacting with your peers, how will you be sort of doing these game projects and so on and so forth. So all of those details will get shared. Like Manas was mentioning, there are a lot of questions regarding these different tracks and all. Majority of those will get answered as we cover a lot of this details. But if there is still something that doesn't get answered even towards the end of the call, definitely, ask those questions again once more. Okay. But as far as what I've seen so far, majority of these questions will get answered. um, Majority of our focus will be today to get you set up with all the details that you need to start on your journey, right? Just a fun fact, Malar, Manas, who are on screen, and Abhishek, who's helping out with a lot of questions in the chat, all are part of the Outscale team and all were at some point or the other Outscale students as well. When Malar joined in, he was in his final year. When Manas had joined in, he already had 2.5 years experience in the gaming industry as a game developer. So there is a lot of depth when it comes to game programming and game development that a lot of people don't know about. And that's where the program sort of works very well for both people who are just getting started as well as people who have a good amount of experience in even game development directly as well, right? Because when we talk about very top of the top companies, right? They care about high quality engineering, right? So more than just how the game looks and feels, how do you code these games is also very important and equally important, right? So we'll be talking about those elements as well over these next 14 days, you'll get to interact with your mentors, your peers, and understand what these topics like code quality, clean code, scalable architecture, a lot of these things that usually don't get taught about anywhere, right? So those are the things that we'll sort of hone in on. And you guys are already on Discord. If not, definitely join in. But I think most of you guys are already on Discord and have taken the access to the private channel for Launchpad. So that's great. Discord will be another key place where we'll be doing a lot of interaction and engagement as you guys go through this journey. Okay. So I think I'll cap off there. My throat is not that great. So I'll pass the control back to Manas and Malhar to get started. And we'll get covering all the details, and whatever questions are there in the chat, me, Abhishek, Piyush, will help you answer those as well along the way, right? Awesome, guys. I think I'll stay on for the call a little bit longer as much as I can, but then I'll bounce off. But just feel free to continue pushing out any questions that you have in the chat. Yes, everything will get recorded. So all these details like recordings and all will get shared with you guys as well every day. Okay. Awesome. Manas, Malar, over to you guys.
Yep. Thanks, Mayank. So that is basically Mayank encapsulated the entire purpose of the program, I guess. So purpose of Outscale as well. So uh, this program actually started off as something else. Now it's morphed into something else. So it's happy to see you guys actually interested in game development. We were not expecting that this good a response. So happy to see you guys here. And I guess Piyush is already here. Hi, Piyush. You want to share something with the team?
Yo, I can see a lot of people here. Okay, so I'm pausing the music. Awesome. Almost 150 people here. And again, thank you so much, everyone, those who have joined on time. And this means a lot to us. And obviously, we have been waiting for Launchpad a lot. So I'll just give you a quick overview of what's going to happen today during the call, and we would want you guys to interact a lot during the session, and the more you interact, the more easy it will become for us to eventually communicate it clearly whatever we are going to try to explain today during this call, how Launchpad is going to work, what Launchpad actually is, how it will actually help you in building a career in gaming industry. All of your doubts will be cleared. How tracks are gonna be selected, how you can change your track, each and everything, whatever questions you have in your mind, we have thought them through already. The kind of problems that people who got the scholarship might have. So we'll try to cover all of those. So all you have to do is just stay here till the end and also interact a lot. So there will be two modes of interaction from your side. One would be the chat, so where you can actively ask your question, ask your doubts, maybe connect, talk to each other as well. And other than this, like we have a few members in the team who are actively taking care of the chat as well. So you'll get your questions answered there. And the second thing would be Zoom polls. So we'll do few polls on Zoom here. So the moment we launch a poll, you will get a pop-up on your screen, and all you have to do is just select one option. It will be a multiple choice question. So you select one option and you share your result. We'll also show the results of the poll instantly after you have done the voting. So each poll will get time of around uh, 30 seconds for you to vote for that. Okay, so that's majorly it. And I guess we have already covered the basics of Launchpad. Mayank has done introduction as well. I'll quickly start with the introduction as well. I am Piyush, and I've been handling marketing and community at Outscale. And along with me, we have Manas today, who handles a lot of tech growth. And I guess Malar and Manas, you guys can give a quick introduction here, and then we'll proceed.
Cool. Yeah. Thanks, Piyush. So my name is Manas. I am the EIR at Outscale. So I take care of growth and experiments. So during your entire Outscale journey, you'll be bumping into me from time to time. So I'll be your mentor for the entirety of the Launchpad program. I formally am also an alumnus of Outscale. Graduated from the full stack game dev program in 2020. I worked in the gaming industry. I had already worked in the gaming industry previously, but on service-based smaller projects. After Outscale, I joined Zansa Technologies for a year, where I worked on Temple Run 2 full time. And post that, I was brought back at Outscale to help you guys get better careers and basically help us reach to more and more people. So throughout your journey, at least during the Launchpad program, I'll be the point of contact. So happy to meet you guys. Malar?
Yeah. Hey, hi guys. Thanks a lot for joining. First of all, really nice to see lots of people joining and showing up the interest in the game development. So just like Manas, actually, I also like I'm an alumnus of Outscale. Like I joined Outscale after completing my internship of the game development, and I learned like a lot of things. Then got placed into the company called as DevTouch in Bangalore. Again, worked there as a professional game developer, and then decided to join back to the Outscale because yeah, like I really love to interact with people and like yeah, like and in Outscale right now I am handling product and ops along with the subject matter expertise of the game development. You will be seeing me like throughout the FSGD, that is nothing but the full stack game development program procedure. But yeah, like that's a small introduction about me. Thanks a lot, everyone. Yeah, we are good to go.
Awesome. Cool. Okay, so diving into our first poll. So for past more than a week or so, we have been shouting about Discord regularly. If you have joined Discord, if you know what Discord is, if you're part of our Discord community or not. So the first poll that we have for today is for Discord itself. And here we go. Okay, so I'm just waiting for you guys to answer the first question for now. That is more about, are you an Outscale Discord community or not? So we'll take like 10 more seconds. And if you're just done with answering the first question, we'll stop the poll. Okay, so there would be 4 questions that will pop up on your screen one by one, and these are the polls that we have created related to your past game dev experience, maybe, or your engagement with Launchpad, and then eventually full stack game development program. So we're gonna take like 30 more seconds and let everyone else answer the question. There are around 150 people inside the room here, so we'll cap up the poll in less than a minute. So please take your time. Easily you can vote on all the questions, and once we see that almost 90% of people have voted, we will end the polls and we'll launch the answers for everyone. We'll also keep a track of this so that eventually we can share the results with you afterwards as well.
Guys, quickly just participate in the poll.
Okay, I guess most of the people have already answered the questions, around 95 to 100% completion rate. I'll be ending the polls and just sharing the stats with you. Okay, cool. So done. Good, got it. So I'm just sharing the results with you guys as well. So as you can see on your screen right now, talking of the first question itself, the first poll itself, and during the call, whenever we come across the other sections as well, we'll reshare the results. So all you have to do right now is just focus on the first answer. So I can see around 70% people have already taken the role, and there are around 25% people who are inside the Discord community. So if you are one of those, you have to quickly go into the bot channel and take your role, that is Launchpad role, which will give you access to a private channel inside the community. And then there's this third category, only 4% people in here who are not on Discord. So there are quite good merits to be inside the Discord community. All you have to do is, just click on the link that we have shared multiple times and simply uh, join the Discord server and become the part of the community, because you'll get access to a bunch of resources here. Cool. So I guess, yeah, poll is done. So next we are gonna do a crazy activity, a great activity here. And I have shared access with all of you to turn on your cameras. So if you guys have access to a webcam, or maybe if you're on your phone, feel free to turn on your cameras. We are going to do a quick activity here, and it would be great if you guys have turned on your cameras. And once we are done with this, we are going to eventually dive into the technical part of the whole orientation, where Manas and Malhar will give you a detailed description of what is going to happen inside Launchpad. But yeah, before that, let's have a little fun. So I'm just waiting for everyone to turn on the cameras. I can see a bunch of faces popping up. So yep, we are going to do a quick, small, fun activity. And like, I'm 100% sure this is going to be fun. But yeah, let's see. Cool. So the game, the name of the game is Can You Hear Me? Okay. So we're gonna play this quick game, and I would want you guys to use chat very quickly. The chat, you can text ASAP. We can also give you permissions to unmute, but there are a lot of background noises sometimes, which makes it a little bit chaotic. So instead of that, we'll use the chat here aggressively. Okay. So I'm gonna ask, I'm just gonna give 2 to 3 terms, and all you're gonna do is whatever terms or phrases I said, whatever comes to your mind first, you have to drop that word inside the chat. Okay. So to quote a quick example, let's say I say it is round and yellow. So whatever comes to your head when I say it's round and yellow, you into chat. Yeah, I can see it's already working. Lemon, sun, smiley, lemon, Pac-Man. Oh yeah. So game developer, that's how game developers think. I'm gonna come up with bunch of terms that you might not have heard together till now, or maybe you haven't thought of that together till now. But yeah, it will be great to see what kind of responses we're gonna get, and let's see how many like-minded people do we have here. Okay. So let's see, and who is the quickest every time. If there's a pattern for that, maybe you get some kind of surprise gift for that. Maybe. Okay. Cool. So I'm gonna do rapid fire back to back. I'll start announcing the words. So the next one is it's spherical and it makes noise. So it's spherical and it makes noise. Okay, bomb, cannon.
Okay. Bomb, top, bell, gas cylinder. How's a gas cylinder round and makes noise? Would love to hear that. Ball bearings. Ball bearings also are actually supposed to make it silent, not make noise. But kudos to your imagination, I guess. Speaker, Bluetooth speaker, grenade. Okay, some violent people in the chat as well. Uh, so plastic ball, a baby. How's a baby round? Like, okay, I guess it's a healthy baby. So no baby joke. Sorry. Cool.
Okay, so the next one, again, it's a little tricky. Let's see what comes to your head. I come down, but I never go up. What is it? It comes down, but it never goes. Rain, leaves, gravity. Okay. My stock portfolio. Someone just said my stock portfolio. So yeah, there's a feature whenever you buy a stock, it turns red. Yeah. Tears. Okay. Meteor. Sunrise. My marks. Okay. Memes. Confidence. My motivation. My pocket money. My self-esteem. Okay. Followers. This one is going a little dark. BTC price? No, that's debatable, Shruti. It goes up and down all the time. Wagam. My portfolio value. Yeah. Okay. So again, let's do the next round now. Hmm. So it's rectangular and it's bouncy. So it's rectangular and it's bouncy. What is it? Jelly. Someone said halwa. Okay. Hello. One. Okay, I think like I'm giving too many easy terms, so like we'll make it a little bit difficult next time, so that you guys have to take some time to think. Hmm. Okay, trampoline, SpongeBob, SquarePants, eraser. Yeah. Hmm. Okay, so next one, it's going to be a little hard, and let's see if you guys can come up with like even 2 to 3 kind of answers for that. So it respawns but never dies. I'll repeat, it respawns but never dies. Mario character with a hat. The last was yeah in the game. Ideas. Ideas. Hmm. So that was one relevant and intelligent answer. You get a cookie whosoever answered it. God, hackers, gamers, when I use hacks. COVID-19. Yeah. Yeah, it respawns but never dies. True that. Game player, Phoenix. Stalker. Okay. I'm still wondering if someone is gonna say Undertaker or not, but yeah, anyhow, the one said so. I win. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do the last one now because we have a lot of things to do. Mm, just looking for something fun. Hmm. Okay. Changes the outfit occasionally, but also used for fighting. So it changes the outfit occasionally, but also used for fighting. Women, no. Modi ji, again, no. Okay. Bunch of creative answers. Superman. Chappal, okay. how does chappal changes outfit? Yeah, I can understand it's used for fighting with Hulk, player in games, Iron Man, characters in games. Someone said Rakhi Sawant. Shit. No. Can I unread that? Shaktiman. Gunskins. Okay, guys. It's too much of it now. I guess we'll cap it up here. And now let's switch back to the serious mode. It was, just to keep you guys engaged a little, and also kinds of act as icebreaker, so that everyone gets comfortable during the call as well. So bringing Manas and Malhar back on the spotlight. Okay. Okay, over to you, Manas.
Hello. So that was fun. That was also Piyush's audition for the Riddler. So in case you guys end up making a Batman game, that's the guy you want to look for. So let's get back to business. That was quite a fun activity. Let's get back to why you guys are here. I'll just be giving you an overview of what we do at Outscale as an organization and what the actual culture is like, and basically why you guys might have been picked for the Launchpad program and why you were selected for the 100% scholarship. So just let me know if you guys can see my screen. Piyush?
Yep, just give me. Okay. Yep, cool.
Let me know. Is everyone able to see my screen? Yes, no? Cool. So just wanted to give you a quick overview of what we do as an organization and what we value in our basically candidates, and what the kind of journey you'll be going on and what kind of people you will be interacting with throughout the course of the program. So this is what we basically call the outscale culture. And the ideal candidate for us is obviously good in communication. So even internally as a team, as well as for upskilling yourself, communication becomes the most important aspect. So every time you have a doubt, just don't park it for later, ask it right then and there. Whether it's in the mentor session, whether it's on the Discord community, whether it's in over DM or something, make sure you just ask doubts, communicate as much as possible. There is no such thing as like a stupid question or like a understood question. uh, Feel free to ask doubts in the Discord community, and that's basically going to be your go-to. No matter how small the doubt is, or no matter how big the doubt is, Discord, our DMs are always open. Even during these Zoom mentor sessions, you'll be collecting your doubts and we'll be solving them live. So I'll go through it later on. Once communication is sorted, post that, everything will just become a smooth journey. Time management again is the most important aspect. I get that you guys are all from different backgrounds. Someone's already working, someone's in college, someone's maybe been in the industry working a full-time job, and for this actual the 2-week program, I would recommend like try to take out as much time as possible and try to take as much out of the program as possible. So the more time you basically dedicate to the community, the more knowledge you'll gain over the next 2 weeks. So manage your time. We normally follow like a very asynchronous approach as to how you go about learning and how you go about solving assignments. So there's no fixed time for overall. It depends on, like, we also have a lot of international audience with us as well. So if you are not on the IST timetable, you can do your study material and your assignments on other times as well. So that's also going to be key, making sure you dedicate a certain amount of time every day to the program so that you learn on the basically along with others. Plus, in case you guys have any doubts, you can get them solved on that day itself. So outside of that, outscale community and learning, the guys that you guys are seeing on call, all of them are also learning along with you. Some of them already have experience and can help you out. Plus, there's like uh, how many? I think 5,000 of us already on Discord. 6,000, sorry, 6,000 of us already on Discord learning game development. So in case every time you post a doubt, I can guarantee that there will be at least one or two people helping you find solutions for it. So I'll be there. Malar is going to be there. Abhishek from our chat is always active on our Discord as well. Another thing is, like, because we are a community, we learn together. It's peer to peer, and during the program as well, you'll be basically giving each other feedback on code, learning from other people's assignments, getting inspiration from their projects, etc. And shared learning, basically, eventually, say you will be working on different tracks. In case one person gets stuck, the other person who's already studying that track can help him out. And we are also going to be there, obviously, but when, say, I'm not there or someone from the team is not able to answer it, your doubts get solved much quicker when you learn together. uh, Outskill mentors, again, I'm going to be your mentor for Launchpad. There will be time to time, Mayank might jump in, Malar might jump in to help me out with different tracks. Eventually, one thing you guys need to understand, that a mentor is not a teacher. So we're not going to spoon feed you answers like, this is the question paper, these are your answers, you learn these and you go answer them in the exam. So that's not how we work. It's basically, you the first thing you need to do is, in case you have a doubt, ask on Discord. And Discord doesn't work, Google around. It still doesn't work, bring it to me. That's basically the approach that we follow. If nobody is able to help you out on Discord, or there are specific kind of use cases that the kind of doubts you get while making your own games, for example, there might be something in the study material, there might be something else in the actual games that you'll be implementing. Maybe you want to implement a new feature in the game that is not covered in the study material, and you have a doubt regarding that. You Google around it, don't find a solution, I can help out. Maybe ask that during the mentor session, and I'll be more than happy to help you out over there. Asking me direct solutions help me write code. uh, what's wrong with my code is a question. Help me write the code with is not a good question. So I'm not going to sit down and help you code from start to finish. I'll give you code reviews, I'll give you pointers. At the end, you're the one who has to implement everything. Feedback, again, matters to us a lot. So even after this call, depending on how it goes, feel free to ask questions, feel free to give us feedback as to how we can improve, and just be as brutal and honest as possible. So eventually, over the next 2 weeks, we can also tailor the experience around your feedback as well. So that's basically it. I'll just stop screen share, and I guess I did a good job taking my point across. And in case you guys have any doubts about this, we'll have like a quick Q&A at the end as well. So feel free to ask your questions at that time as well. And that's about it. I'll think Piyush has another poll that he wants to run. So Piyush, you want to take it over?
Yep, totally. So we have already run the poll with majority of people in here. But what I'm going to do is quickly run the poll again. And this time, what you have to do is, if you haven't answered any questions previously, just take out like next, 30 seconds to answer the questions that are still left. And then we are going to focus on the second question for this. Cool. Okay, so we're launching poll in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, 96. There's 145 of you. So let's just wait for like 10, 15 more seconds.
Okay. I guess majority of people have already answered, so I'm just ending the poll in 3, 2, 1. Cool. Okay, so out of around 140 people, I guess 23 to 30, 23 to 25% of people says that they have experience of building one or more games in past. Around 18% people say that they had started building a game, but they couldn't build a game till now, Manas. And the third category of people who says that, I know coding, but I haven't built a game. There are around 40%, and majority of people are such who know coding, understand coding, but they haven't built a game till now. And then this last category, maybe people from a lot of non-tech background and all, who don't know coding and have never built a game. So yeah, that's the split.
Okay, quite an even split. People from all backgrounds I can see. So not to worry, we have something for each and every one of you. Even if you have like built a ton of games in the past, I'll make sure you have something to take away from the program as well. So coming back to the program, I just wanted to go over what basically Launchpad is and what you'll be doing for the next 2 weeks, and giving you a quick overview of what we expect from you and what you can basically learn from us over the next 2 weeks. So I'll just be doing a quick screen share again. Let me know if you guys can see my screen. Works? Cool. So like I'm guessing there's like a bunch of questions that pop up when you basically uh, came to the meeting, and all of these questions I could see in the chat, like my track is not there, if this is not there, that is not there. This is where I'll be covering most of it. So just wanted to give you a quick overview of what the Launchpad program is. It's basically a outscale scholarship program that is meant for people who either are already in the gaming industry or want to explore and learn more about game development in general. So it's basically uh, tailored towards individuals across all experience levels. So doesn't matter if you don't know how to code at all, or maybe you built like 5 to 10 games already. There's something in the program for each and every one of you, and all of that is going to be done via separate tracks. So there's going to be like a beginner track for people who have no experience in programming. There's going to be an intermediate track for people who know coding but don't know how to make games in Unity. And there's like a proper advanced track for people who already know how to code and already know how to make games using Unity. Over there, you'll basically be learning how to write clean code and making sure how to write scalable working code that actually helps you crack interviews at big companies. So we'll be breaking down like a good design pattern in the advanced program, and that's going to be a separate track for experienced individuals. Duration again of the program, as you guys know, is 2 weeks, where you'll basically be learning everything from scratch if you want. And if you want to like learn from say the intermediate track, go on to the advanced level track, you can do that as well. So there is no such thing as like the track that we've assigned to you, you have to follow that track. There's flexibility as to which track you want to get started on. So don't worry about it. In case you don't have any tracks and you want a recommendation from us, we'll make sure you get it by the end of the day today as well. Cool. How does it work? There will be like 3 mentor sessions. I'll probably be taking them every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, probably 7 to 9 p.m. IST, 2 hours daily. So on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, there will be mentor sessions, but on the other days, you'll be hopping in on a Zoom call or maybe dropping in on the Discord channel and studying together if you guys want to study together, get your doubts solved directly on the voice channel, etc. And assignments, again, study material will be provided to you. You can work on your assignments whenever you're free, but to actually get, say you have a doubt that's technical and you can't find solutions for it, you have to come into the mentor sessions. I highly recommend joining the mentor sessions as much as possible to make sure that basically you learn from other people's mistakes, and over time the knowledge that you'll gain from these mentor sessions is going to be invaluable. uh, Again, the mentors outside of the mentor sessions, we expect you to dedicate like a minimum of 2 hours a day, so that you can actually complete the study material that's provided to you and actually have something to show at the end of the 2 weeks. What is the end goal? The end goal is basically, it depends on your skill level, right? So if you're someone who doesn't have any programming knowledge, your end goal would be like learn how to code and then maybe build like a basic running game using the code that you learned actually wrote during the actual beginner track. For people who already know how to code, learning Unity, understanding the grips of it, playing around with it, experimenting, and actually creating your first game from scratch in Unity is going to be the goal for you. If you guys have already made games in Unity, the end goal then becomes like becoming a top level code architect, or actually what Mayank likes to call writing sexy code becomes the code for you, goal for you. And over the next 2 weeks, you'll probably be figuring out and breaking the shit out of your game and actually understanding how to write good scalable code in Unity as well. So that's going to be the advanced track for you guys. And at the end of the Launchpad program, we do handpick who gets selected for the actual full stack game dev program, which is like our flagship program, which goes on for like 7 months, where you actually learn everything you need to do to actually crack uh, the the top gaming companies in India. That I guess Malar will be elaborating on it in a bit. And to get started, you basically already, a lot of you have started. Tracks I've already explained. And depending on your scholarship form, we have already allotted you a track, and depending on the answers that you've given us. If you want to go on a different track, you can do that. We'll be providing a link to this page, the Launchpad 2 page, which should basically give you an overview of what each track does and how you can go about learning it. In case you have been allotted, say, track 1, you can just go here and get started with track 2 and follow along, follow all the assignments from on track 2 as well. So over there, basically, once you finish these assignments, you'll basically understand how the actual unlocking of chapters works. Ideally, what you'll be doing is finishing chapter 1. As soon as you finish all the assignments and quizzes in chapter 1, you'll get an email with a link to chapter 2. That email you'll be using to learn all the material in chapter 2, and so on and so forth, to actually complete the entire track. Say you get you're a quick learner, you finish track 1 in like 2 days. Even though we recommend doing it for 3 days, you burn through everything and do it in 2 days. You can hop on to track 2 because you've already learned the basics of coding that are required to actually get onto track 2. Same goes for track 2. You can finish the track 2 in like quick succession. I don't recommend doing it in like 10 hours and you finish off the entire track, because you don't actually learn or absorb everything that you are actually learning during the course of the actual track 2. And after, say, you completing track 2, you can jump into track 3. Say you complete track 3 as well, which I am not I'm not sure if you guys will be able to do it. I'll be surprised if you can. There's bonus assignments for you inside track 3 as well to crack. So Malar has set up like a proper bonus project for track 3 individuals as well. So yep, that's basically it. You can see that you're in this view. You can basically search it and search your name over here. These are basically our recommendations. There's no hard and fast rule. Like I said, if you're from say track uh, 2, you have to do track 2 only. Feel free to jump around, play around. But we recommend sticking to a track if you begin on one. So that's basically it. Any other questions, any other doubts? I'll be answering those towards the back end again. In case you guys have any questions on track recommendation, people will be answering those in the chat right now as well. So I guess that's basically about it. I just wanted to give you a quick overview. Hopefully that answers your questions as to what tracks are. We'll be sharing the link to the Launchpad 2 page across, and I guess I'll ask either Piyush or Abhishek to drop it in the chat as well, so you can get started on that. We've also shared it over on Discord. You can find it over there. After the session, I'll send it over again to make sure that everyone from the team gets it as well. This is the Launchpad program is the scholarship for if you had a question joining. So this program is completely free. For the next 2 weeks, you'll be learning everything completely for free, or say on scholarship. Cool. I guess that's it. Any other questions? I'm just checking out. Cool. Malar, you wanna take it over from here?
Hello. Am I audible, guys? Hello, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So all those who are facing issues, like their name is not there in the track list, so don't worry. I have shared you the email address. So all those who are like facing issues to find their names, please email us at admissions@outscale.com. Okay, I'm just putting it down again. Yeah, so please email us at this email address. Then our team will look into that issue, so don't need to worry about that. Okay, so I'm just sharing the screen. Thanks a lot for giving me this opportunity, Manas. So yeah, I will be covering like my favorite topic. Okay, so FSGD, that is nothing but full stack game development program. This is my favorite topic because trust me, this program has changed my life. Like I was struggling a lot when I was like in doing the internship, and like FSGD just turned my life. Okay, so Piyush is actually going live with one poll. Before I just start jumping into the FSGD details, what exactly is the full stack game development and all. So yeah, and after that, like we will take a look at what exactly is FSGD.
Okay. So, earlier as well, we talked about career in games. Like this is what we have been discussing for a while. And for past 3 years, we have talked to a lot of people who are willing to build a career in games, or who are not sure if they want to do it, or we're just exploring the field. So this question is particularly about the same thing. So I'm launching the poll in 3, 2, 1. Yep, it's live. So only one question on your screen. You simply navigate there and just drop your answer in next 30 seconds. I can see the number going quickly up. It's already crossed 100. So, yep. Okay, 10 more seconds. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I'll be sharing the results as well. So like you can see that around 77% of people here say that they are 100% sure about building a career in games, which is a super exciting number. I'm really excited to see this. And then there are like 23% people who are, still exploring their interest in this field, who are still like, maybe we might make a career out of this or not. And there's also 1%, or another word, like one person in the room who's like totally sure that they don't see future in games, but maybe just to explore like how the games are gonna actually hook them out. So yep, that's the poll for overall to understand people well, whosoever is on the Zoom room with us. Over to you, Malar.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Piyush. So I can see like 77% of the people are like 100% sure like they want to pursue the career in the game development. That's really nice. So like I'm not gonna dive into too much details of the FSGD, because trust me, like we do tons of things in 6 months program. Okay, we do placements, we do community events, we do mentor sessions, we do code review sessions, and like just believe me not, like some of our alumni like just join into some of the sessions, like they might guide you as well. And I just can't name the things that we do during this 6 month long program. So I will be going through the important details. So majority of the time, like we run behind like tutorials, and trust me, I have done all that thing. Being a game developer, I started watching the tutorials, but some of you might agree with me. You can develop games using tutorials, but it is really hard to develop the scalable, flexible, and most efficient games with the only knowledge of the tutorials, right? And that's why we need someone professional in the industry who can guide us, and that's what exactly we do. uh, like we are trying to outperform the traditional education, where like majority of the time we are like dumped into the bookish knowledge. Right now we are fortunate enough to have like professional mentors who have already worked in the gaming industry to guide you. So something like that, like we are like trying hard to help maximum people to enter into this beautiful industry. And yeah, like exactly that is the reason why I joined Outscale, right? So I basically focuses a lot on FSGD. I create content, I create lots of projects for you guys. Here you can see you will be at least working on 15 plus professional projects in the full stack game development program. And trust me, those will be the professional projects which will be actually the value addition in your resume and portfolio. So then there will be the placement support, all the placement support, as well as like sometimes our alumni also guide you to get a placement. Like we have like lots of placements. Recently we also have a placement in the sumo industries, sumo digital India. You might be knowing about that company. So we are expanding our pool of alumni as well. So I would really love to share like some quick snapshots of our students work. So here you can see like we believe in unique projects. Everyone like will be having their own unique project where they are like putting a lot of hard work to develop their game in the FSGD. And we make sure that like as a community, we help each other and we grow together. Okay, so like here are just simple snapshots of some of the projects, and I guess like there are like tons of the projects. If you search for the hashtag of projects at Outscale at LinkedIn, then definitely you will get to know about our students project more. And feel free to connect with them if you want to know more about the full stack game development program from the actual candidates that we have right now. Then surely go ahead and do that. I'm gonna quickly go to the curriculum now. Again, don't get tense. We are not covering all these things in these 2 weeks. This is the entire curriculum for the 6 month, 6 to 7 months long program. Okay, so we start from the C++ fundamentals. We cover object oriented programming in deep, because object oriented programming will definitely gonna help you to write the clean and efficient code that we were talking about in the chat, right? Then comes unity fundamentals, then data structure fundamentals. Again, like there are tons of topics, so don't worry about them. Like in the data structures as well, we have projects. Okay, many times you might be learning what is stack, what is queue, pop, push, and all the theoretical concepts, but the most tricky part is implementing data structures in your projects. So that's what we will be doing with the data structure fundamentals module. Then comes Unity Advanced, the deal breaker, where we will be heavily doing the design patterns and code architectures. I personally love code architectures and design pattern, writing flexible and scalable code. Like this is one of the strengths. I really like to do that. Then comes data structure advanced, and we have a multiplayer module as well, like after finishing all of the modules. And trust me guys, we don't have a single candidate who is not placed after doing all of this content. Okay, so we have everything for you. And trust me, like in the span of 3 to 4 years, not a single candidate is not placed and just sitting, hey Malar, I have done everything but still I'm not placed. No one has said to me till the date that thing. Okay, so this is the roadmap that will definitely gonna help like anybody to crack into the gaming industry. Okay, many times I receive, okay, I'm a non-technical guy, like how I can cope up with the program. Trust me, like the top 3 names, like I would say Rahul, Darren and Herschel, like these 3 are the pure example of non-technical guys, and trust me, they all are like placed in a really good companies. So it is not about whether you are coming from technical background or non-technical background. All that it matters is like how passionate you are and how much time you are willing to devote. Okay, I'm not looking at the chat guys, I know there are tons of things, but yeah, like I will wait for a while for the next questions, but yeah, till then like you can keep on asking. Then like you might ask like one interesting question, like how to get admission in FSGD. The simple answer is work your ass off in the Launchpad. Launchpad is the only gate for the FSGD guys. Okay, so we are highly selective for our full stack game development program. You might have observed, like I have specifically mentioned, it is a high commitment program and we only want quality candidates. So the only way in for the full stack game development program is through Launchpad, and yeah, as simple as that. So that is all about, like this is how you can get the admission into the FSGD. And yeah, I guess that should be it. Right now I'm just pausing for the questions. I'm just stopping the screen share as well. Yeah, PDF and all, definitely, like all the links, don't worry about it. Like anyways, we will be like sending you all the details about the curriculum PDF. Definitely 7+ LPA possible for a fresher, and Siddharth and all others, I would definitely encourage you to stop thinking in that direction. Once you complete this kind of heavy full-fledged program with the decade of years of experience of the professionals, right, you should never consider yourself a fresher. Right now at this moment you might be the fresher, but trust me, after going through such kind of heavy program, you should not and you will not consider yourself as a fresher. Okay, and definitely like with no professional experience, there are lots of good candidates who crack really good packages, even 7 to 9 LPA as well. How many seats are there for FHGD through the Launchpad? It's not like that. If there are like 5 people performing good in the Launchpad, we will take only 5 people. If there are 100 people performing really great in the Launchpad, we will work our asses off and we will create multiple batches for you. So that is not the, like, seat is not a thing in the outscale. Those who will work hard will get placed in the FHGD. Okay, can we get the recordings? Obviously you will get recordings. Just stay active in the Discord. And email, I guess, Piyush, we can help them with the emails as well. Yeah, recording links, like we mostly share it in the Discord. So I just request all of you, if you really want like all the recorded links and all in place, just be super active on Discord and ask their doubts and all the stuff. Like we are super active. Every one of us are, every one of us is like super active on Discord. FHGD is full stack game development program, guys. Scholarship for FSGD, I would not say scholarship, but there is some special option of income share agreement. Again, I'm not diving too much deep into those details, but yeah, like definitely there are kind of some things like that will help you to get admission in the FSGD with the income share agreement as well, where you don't need to pay anything upfront. That is the only thing. But yeah, like we will talk about that later after the Launchpad. But right now, like everyone's goal should be like working really hard in the Launchpad. Okay, I guess with with the respect of all everyone's time, I guess I'm just halting the questions. But yeah, you guys are on the Discord. You guys have like our email. Feel free to put out all the questions in the admissions channel or like in the Discord, and feel free to tag me, Manas and Piyush. I'm just capping it off now. Manas, you want to take next? Take next.
Okay. Cool. So now that all of us are more aware about the full stack game development program, there's this last poll that will be going live, and it is more about full stack game development program. We asked it once earlier before you knew the whole context of it, and this is the time that I am asking it again after you have understood what full stack game development program is all about, since Malha just explained it very in detail. So launching the poll in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So this is going to stay live for another 30 seconds. And just one question again. Take your time and just respond. Okay, 10 more seconds. And if you guys are online with your phone, and if the poll is not popping up in front of you, all you have to do is just click on polls. You'll see the button in the bottom side of your mobile screen, and a question will pop up in front of you. It's the MCQ. So you just have to choose one option and submit. That's it. Okay, so I guess 90% of people have answered it. Closing it in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, sharing the results as well. So seems like 74% of people are already 100% interested in this, who would love to do this, because this tallies with the earlier number that said that 77% of people are really positive about building a career in games. And then 10% of people are not sure about it. They're like not 100% sure, maybe not types. The third category is people who haven't thought about it yet. That's fair enough. So yeah, you guys are always there in the Discord community. You will be there 24/7. So whenever you change your mind, and whenever we do another cohort of full stack game development program, you guys will be the first ones to know about it. And like Malhar just said, that people who are going through the Launchpad program would be the first one to get dibs on getting admission in full stack game development program as well. Okay, so now is the part of community, and I'm gonna take your next 5 to 10 minutes and just explaining you about our Discord community. So I'm sharing my screen, and please just confirm if my screen is visible to you guys. Okay, cool. I guess I can see yes in chat. Cool. Okay, so this is the Discord server that we have been talking about. Okay, and these are all the channels. On the left, you will see one thing that happens on Discord is that if you haven't used it before, it becomes difficult to firstly get hang of it, right? Because the user interface is totally different from any app that we have been using for last almost a decade. Like, it's not like WhatsApp, it's not like Instagram, it's not like any other app that you've used in past 5 to 10 years, right? So that's what gives people a little it freaks people out, right? So yeah, giving you a quick overview of the whole community here, so that along with understanding the number of channel and the variety of channel we have here, you also understand the motive and the intent behind building this server the way it looks right now. Okay, so if you if you join the community, this is the first thing that you're going to see. It is server rules. We have very simple, very basic rules set up here inside the community that prevents people from spamming, posting illegal content and stuff. All of that is, detailedly mentioned in server rules. And on the top left, if you see here, you will see events here. But if you are doing it from using your phone, all you have to do is just swipe right, and on the left side, a panel pops up, and where you can see all the events. So if you click on this, it will show you all the events that are going to happen in upcoming few weeks or upcoming few days. Okay. So for example, Launchpad Day 1 kickoff, it is currently going on, and we can see that 34 people have shown interest for this one. So let's say I scroll down and see what's the next event that is happening. So there's an event happening tomorrow at 6 p.m. If I click here, it will give me more details. It says that Roshan Singh Kalra, who was placed in Black Knot Studio, one of our proud alumnus, he's gonna come and share his insights with us. So all you have to do is just mark interested, and then it's Discord's duty to remind you about this event. And similarly, you will see at least 8 to 10 events scheduled like this at any particular moment. Every week we'll have at least 2 events. I'm talking about next 2 weeks. While you guys will be going through Launchpad the next 15 days, along with that, you will see two events happening, 2 to 3 events happening every week, wherein one event will bring in some alumnus who is gone through Launchpad and gone through full stack game development program and made a career in games. So they're gonna come share their like end-to-end experience with you guys, and then you totally understand like what's gonna like how their journey shaped up and how they eventually became game developer. And then we can see the next event is with industry expert Rishabh. So Rishabh is co-founder of Olympics. This is another gaming studio, and the scene event is happening on 14th of April, that is Thursday. Starts at 5 p.m. If I'm interested here as well, Discord is again gonna remind me about it. So this is another category of events that we do. Why I'm focusing a lot on events is because our community focuses really hard on providing you guys value through events, because this is something that helps people connect with each other as well, network with each other as well. And here you get direct live one-on-one one-on-one opportunity to connect with the person itself, and also to connect with people around you who are learning with you in Launchpad, right? So this is the second kind of category, like events that happen with industry experts. Then there are two more kind of events that happen usually on Fridays. One is Clan Labs, where you get to sit and interact with Mayank for almost an hour or more. So this is more of a ask me anything kind of a session with Mayank, where all of our clan students, starting from clan 1 to clan 20, all of them come, and they interact with each other, talk to each other. This is a fun session where we talk about crypto, or maybe blockchain, or maybe games, or building games, and everything in between. So we talk, we cover a lot of variety of questions and a lot of variety of topics in here. Then there's this another kind of event called Streaming Fridays. Malhar hosts these events, and this is one-off event that happens nowhere else on earth. Okay, so what we do here is that we bring in game developers who play game in front of you and decodes game mechanics while they play it, right? So a fun and interactive way of learning game development while you are just playing a game. And we end this session by doing another a gaming session at the end. So that was a quick overview of all the events that are going to happen in upcoming few weeks. So if you want to access them, all you have to do is click here and just go through all the events. Now I'll be going down. There's this category called important. You will see all the server-wide announcements coming up here. So like we recently launched a newsletter. There's the weekly announcement for that. We try to do as many less announcements as possible so that you guys don't get a lot of notifications from the server. So it doesn't spam you a lot. So that's why. Then this is the third channel. This is very important channel called choose roles. So your experience inside our community will totally depend upon the kind of roles you take in here. Okay. So for example, there are like 3 helper roles inside the community. So like Manas earlier was mentioning that there are like 6,000 people inside the server right now, more than 6,500 right now. So if you want to seek help from anyone, let's say that someone in here have a Unity specific problem, or let's say a C++ specific problem. What are you going to do to solve it, right? We have channels for that in here. You will see categories. We have a category for programming, and under programming you will see all kind of channels for C++, for C sharp, for data structures, right? You simply go into one of them, into one of those, you drop a question and you tag a role. So if you are in programming, you tag help programming, like you can see someone has done it here, right? So this guy just asked a question and he tagged help programming. Somebody just came up and answered the question. And then this is how peer-to-peer thing works. And if there's no one else who's going to answer your question, we'll have our teaching assistants who are there 24/7, and then we have some mentors who are there all the time to answer your questions. So these are the kind of roles that you can take. So if you think that you can help someone as well in answering questions, you end up taking this, just reacting on this button. By clicking this button, you get a role inside the community, and whenever someone asks tags help programming, you get a role. And then there are some other roles that are mostly to just understand your demography, where you're currently based, so that we can curate events and activities accordingly. And then there's this third roles of interest, where we specifically ask your interest. If you are interested in game development, design, NFTs, blockchains, so whenever next event of NFT happens, you get notified for that. If you don't want to get notified for that, you unreact here. So if you haven't reacted here, you'll not get notified for any event that is related to blockchain. If you react here, you get notifications for that. So I am going down to the next category. The roles part is done. Going to the next part, that is learn and earn. So this is one initiative that we recently started, and the concept of learn and earn is that you simply learn to earn points. So like free to learn is an old thing, and this is some new initiative that we took, learn and earn. All you have to do is simply react on this coin emoji here, and Outscale bot pings you quickly like this. So whenever you get a ping, Outscale Academy, our bot will take you towards a link where you can start learning a lot of free courses on game development and in Web3 ecosystem. So this is another free resource that you'll find inside the community, and the community is full of such resources. A lot of free resources. So yeah, and for those people who were part of our WhatsApp group, and I guess majority of you were part of our WhatsApp groups, I was dropping one value bomb every day, right? If you remember, and this is where you get access to the value bombs that are dropped there. So you come here, you react here, and you get access to those learn and earn courses. Then there's this refer and earn program, where if you invite your friends, your colleagues into the Discord community, they get opportunity to learn as well. And every time they learn something, you get experience, you get referral points for that. And eventually these referral points can be redeemed for a bunch of gifts and all, like Outscale hoodies, Outscale kits, and other special prizes as well. So scrolling down, this is the bot channel where you simply add a lot of commands and all. So like we were asking you guys again and again to come to Discord and go to the bot channel and type join Launchpad command. This is what you have to do. And whenever you type this command, it will give you access to the Launchpad channel that I'll just show you. So there's a private Launchpad channel that only you guys will get access to. The other 6,000 people inside the community will not have access to that channel. So like I just like wrote a command here, right? Join Launchpad. Outskill bot again pings me on DM and it'll ask for your email address. Like it says, please provide your email ID. So the email ID that you have registered with, you simply enter that email ID and you will get a role of Launchpad. So you can see these people, right, who have this OLP clan role. So this is Outscale Launchpad clan. Okay. So once you get the role, you will see this rocket sticker in front of your name inside the community. So moving quickly down, you will see some more basic channels like welcome, introduce yourself, where you drop a quick introduction, general chat, where you can quickly go and ask any questions, talk to each other, do random chats, and then there's this fourth channel called build in public. So this is again an important channel that is going to be very very crucial and very important in these 15 days because we are very, very bullish about building in public. And I guess this part Malhar will mostly cover tomorrow or maybe after I end up speaking. We are very, very bullish about building in public and sharing our daily progress and daily updates on LinkedIn or Twitter or social media platforms. So whenever you post something on LinkedIn or post something on social media, this is the channel where you drop the link of your post and your fellow community members help you grow on LinkedIn and your social media networks. So this is built-in public channel being aggressively used by our existing clan members. You can see bunch of posts going in here, right? So variety of posts that people do, they share it here. And then moving down to Outscale Academy, the academy will just tell you about our various programs. This is Wall of Love, where you will see people posting about Outscale, our lovely, lovely alumnus, current students who regularly share their experiences. You will be able to read about that here. This channel called Placements will give you recent update of students or learners who are getting placed or who are breaking into the gaming industry. So whoever is going through the program, every week, every month, we have a lot of people being getting job offers from variety of variety of companies. Once they find a job placement, once they break into the industry, they agree to the job offer. We share about that here with our community, and everyone is more than happy to understand that their clanmates or their friends recently got a job offer or they got a break into the new company. So then there's this another channel called admissions, where you can ask all your questions related to admissions. Our admissions team stay on the top of this channel all the time, 24/7. You can see Satnamji here, who is head of our admissions and who can take care of all the admission processes. And there are a few other teammates in admissions team who take care of this channel as well. So for example, after this call, if you have any questions related to admissions and full stack game development program or maybe Launchpad, this is where you come and drop your question and you simply get all your answers. Now coming down to clans, right? So this is where your dedicated private channel will pop up. So if you have taken the role of Launchpad, only then you'll be able to see this channel. Otherwise, this will not be visible to you. Okay. So let's say if there are like 30% of people who just said that they are inside the community, but they haven't taken the role, they'll not be able to see this role, see this channel. But if you have taken the role, you can see this channel. And this will be more or less used for your internal communication, your internal discussion related to Launchpad clan. You'll be talking here with your clanmates. Manas will be here active all the time and we'll be dropping all the recordings of all the sessions that are going to happen for next 15 days, including this one on this channel. So once this call recording is once this meeting ends, you will see the recording here in this channel, or maybe it gets pinned up here. So all the messages will be pinned here, like the last message of track is pinned here, right? So the important messages always get pinned in the top so that they are not they don't get misplaced in the chat. So that's why Discord is very, very good platform for a community because it gives you a variety of features. And then moving down from here, again, all those channels that I've briefly explained earlier, they are programming related, game dev related, So if you have specific questions related to Unity fundamentals, you come here. Unity Advanced, you come here. Multiplayer, you come here. And then there are various kind of game development challenges going inside the community. Malhar usually drops a lot of game dev challenges. They're very, very exciting, and they come up with special perks and special incentives and special gift offers. So if you accept any kind of game dev challenges going inside the community, you get awarded to complete that. Then we have career and placement category, which again will help you to ask a lot of questions related to your career. And then we have this channel called job postings. This comes from uh, our second product, that is our job portal, where the best gaming studios and gaming companies across India and globe, they come to us and they share their job offerings inside a community. So they have they fill this short form, and all the forms that they fill, they show up here. So for example, there's this job opportunity from Tencent in LA, that is currently, needs 4 to 6 years of experience. So if you're someone 4 to 6 years experience, you'll have to just click here and you get to apply for this job offering. So it covers all kind of job offerings. We handpick two to three jobs every day, and we share that here. So for example, this is one position that is in gaming on Mumbai, and needs 0 to 2 years of experience in gaming. So gaming industry is right now flushed with jobs and opportunities, huge shortage of talent in the industry, and there are big number of job opportunities going on. So we handpick really, really top-notch curated jobs, and we post them here, which will help you in, paving your way into the industry as well. So two more channels here: careers intro and then careers discussion, generally to talk about any career-related problems. So now then there's Outskill events, another category. All events are going to happen in here. So this is this channel dedicated for announcements, where we just announce all the upcoming events. So like we had an event on 9th of April with Soumya Iyer. I dropped an announcement here. You get, simple CTA buttons here to join the sessions. And then all the events will happen in these two to three voice rooms. So either they happen on Outskill Auditorium or on Town Hall, or the Clan Labs is another channel where Clan Labs happen. So this is even chat where we chat generally. And then there are some session for fun and hangout here where, we share memes, or you get regular dev updates. Then there's this also one channel for free games, where a bot delivers whenever some game is free on Epic Games or Steam, it quickly picks up from there and share it in a community, lets everyone know that this game is free for next 12 to 24 hours. Quickly grab it up. Then we have some free music channels where you can learn and stream free music, and bunch of other voice channels. You can see other private locked channels like here. These are our full stack game development students who are currently learning games or learning to build games. So you'll see some of them in data structure fundamentals, some sitting in programming, Unity Advanced. Like these are different channels that they are currently sitting in. I'll ask Manas someday to give you access to these private channels as well, so that you can quickly hop into these channels and see what people who are already learning at Outscale are doing. So these channels are again restricted for full stack game development learners, but for once or twice, we can surely give you access to these channels so that you go and just get taste of what they are currently doing. So that is basically all about our Discord community, and we are working really hard uh, to to create a good experience for you guys inside the community here. And I guess that is all I wanted to tell you about the Discord server. So if you haven't joined it till now, this is the time you quickly go into the link inside WhatsApp channel, or I'll just drop a link to the community here as well. So you quickly go there and become part of the Discord community and connect with around 6,000 plus game developers, designers, artists, and all. That's it from my end. Over to you, Manas and Malak.
Thanks a lot, Piyush. Thanks a lot. That was really great. Like, we were super hyped to be part of community. But yeah, I guess we can now go for the next modules, Manas.
Cool. So we'll just open it up for like a quick Q&A. In the meantime, Piyush will be sharing a LinkedIn post along with you, which we will recommend you guys to react on it. Basically, it's just like a hello world post that goes across from Mayank. We introducing the entire Launchpad plan to the world, and that's where basically you'll be will be kicking off Launchpad officially, and basically everyone in the industry that's connected to Mayank will understand. Okay, there's a new batch of game developers coming in from Outscale. So Piyush will be dropping it soon. So Piyush, you want to take it?
Yep. So, like I was, just mentioning a while ago about building in public, and we are really, really bullish about building in public. And this is the first activity that you guys are going to get engaged when it comes to building in public. So Mayank has just posted uh, this Launchpad program on LinkedIn, and this is the time you quickly go onto LinkedIn and maybe just say hello to the world, because Mike has around 16 to 17,000 connections on LinkedIn, and majority of them are highly focused into the gaming industry. So I would strictly encourage you guys to go there, give your brief intro, like what do you love about games, and also give a brief intro of what is your favorite game, or maybe what kind of game would you want to build. So if I concise this into short, so you just have to go and drop a comment saying that hey, I am joining Launchpad, and I love playing such games, and I'll be building a game like this in Launchpad. So yep, that with that, I guess I'll be handling it over to Manas, and I'll be dropping the link again, so you can quickly go into that, and maybe just show some love and share your thoughts on it. Cool. And I guess most probably we'll be diving into the aggressive Q&A session from here, and then later on, just Malhar will be giving you a brief of what is going to happen from tomorrow, how we're going to learn. So then we'll be ending the call super soon. So you'll have to just stick by for another 15 to 20 minutes, and we'll be ending the call very soon, in next 20 minutes. Over to you, Manas and Malhar.
Cool. It's first things first, a lot of questions regarding tracks, etc. I'll just set the record straight on that. Just 1 second. You guys should be able to see my screen now. Yes. Cool. So a lot of people asking doubts. The name of my name is not there in the list. I don't want to be in the track that I'm in. Nothing is stopping you from going to another track. These are just recommendations. This page is already shared with you. So say you're in track 1, right? But you already know how to code. You want to jump into track 2. You can directly just go over here, jump into track 2. In the assignments that you'll be submitting, which is just going to be a bunch of forms that you'll be selecting your name, your assignment, and submitting your link. All the tracks will have your name inside here. So over here, as you can see, Luke, if you were, for example, in track 1, you can directly go into track 2 and start doing track 2 assignments. There's nothing is stopping you from going into track 2 directly. These are just recommendations that we internally built based on the answers that you've given. So feel free to jump into track 2, but just make sure if you hop into one track, you see it through till the end. And outside of this, as you complete chapters inside here, once you submit all the submissions, complete the quizzes, you'll basically get a mail giving you the link to the next chapter in that particular track. Over the as you complete more and more chapters, you'll be going progressing through the course, and when you're done, you'll basically not be getting an email, or you'll have like a emails that will be sent across telling you that you've completed the track. So that's basically it. I hope there's no doubts on it. It's still you have any doubts regarding tracks or how they work, just feel free to share them now in the chat. So let's do like a quick 2 to 3 dedicated to the next 2 to 3 minutes for tracks itself. Post that we can ask like more general questions regarding Launchpad, FHED, whatever you would like to ask. Assignment. Yep. So assignments will be submitted through the links that are there on Airtable. So there's going to be study material, and then there's going to be an assignment link next to it. So that's what you'll be using to study going forward. Thanks a lot. Where can I find the tracks? So on Discord, if you've already joined, Piyush has already put out a message. I'll ask him to drop the link to the Launchpad 2 page in the chat again, so that you can just save it on your browser, and that's going to be your be all and end all going forward. Everything is going to be there on the Launchpad 2 page, and all of your content you should be able to access. If you want to jump in and get started, Siddharth, feel free to. You don't need to wait for like a recommended track from us. Time specified. The time specified with each tracks are all. No, so it's basically for all chapters. So Shobit. So it's basically all chapters for that track. You basically need 3 days, for example. You don't need to spend 3 days on one chapter. Can't find my name in the track, and I'm not talking about recommendation. Okay, so what? Because since we only have the recommendation view, just can you shoot us a mail across on admission so we can sort it out? Can you please tell us again where we can find our track? In the link that Piyush just shared, at the bottom there should be like a Google Sheet kind of a view where you can see what track is recommended for you. Yes, if you get any doubts or get stuck, if the doubt is difficult or you can't solve it directly on Discord, you can bring it over to the mentor sessions where we'll be solving your doubts live. Yeah, certificates will be circulated. Yes, so track 1 you can complete in 3 days, ideally, because it's just the basics of programming that we'll be covering over there. Post that, you can directly jump into track 2 and get started on Unity as well. You want to get your registered email changed. Okay, I'll ask the admissions team to take a look. Yeah, certificate will be circulated. Again, certificates will be circulated if you guys want it. That is. In order to join Launchpad, okay. I did not understand, Heather. Will everyone from Launchpad be eligible to join FHGD, or do you have any tests supposed to happen? Again, it's probably going to be me who decides whether you're eligible for FHGD or not, because I'll be the one taking your mentor sessions. I'll be the one monitoring your assignments. So I'll basically be the judge. If all 100 of you submit your assignments on time and ask quality doubts, I'll bring all of you in. If I get the same Googleable doubts, I'll probably not take you in for the FHGT program as well. Which software do we need? You'll only need Unity and Visual Studio. We'll share all of the study material has instructions as to how to install Unity and Visual Studio community there as well. So you don't need to worry about that as well. One can do all tracks. Yep. But If you dedicate enough time, you can do all the 3 tracks. It's difficult, but it's not impossible. Yeah, Heather. Again, I'll bring it to the attention of the admissions team. They'll change your email ID and notify you. Submitted assignments. No, it's not going to be like a grading system. It's going to be a P2P based system. So once you submit it, your peers will be reviewing it for you, giving you feedback as to how you can improve it. Plus, if you want reviews like code reviews, you can bring them over on the mentor sessions as well. So I can give you like a live code review in front of everyone. The Launchpad course is completely 100% scholarship based, so you guys don't have to pay us anything for the Launchpad program. If by the end, yep. So it doesn't matter if you complete all 3 tracks, even if you're doing like the track 2 and just the track 3. If you show interest and if you are helping the community and if you are actually helping other people learn along with you, you will be eligible for FSGD. Plus, if you have the kind of passion that we look for people who want to join in the FSGD program, I understand that not everyone is able to dedicate the amount of time if you're not that they want to, so that they can complete all the 3 tracks. If if you're in track 3, you can go through track 1 and 2, and that's basically, I guess, it. You don't need to worry about like completing everything. Just be there on the mentor sessions, ask quality doubts. Like Mayank says, I don't want to hop in for 2 hours and jump off. I want to stay there ideally for 4 hours and actually learn along with you guys as well. So the more questions you have, the more fun it is for me as well.
Hey guys, I think I'll just add one more thing here. Like typically for mentor sessions, sorry again for the robotic voice, but typically for the mentor sessions, what you want to do is ask so many doubts that the mentors are coming back to us and saying, man, this batch is fucked up, right? Like it's a 2-hour mentor session and I'm here for like 4 hours because the doubts are not stopping, right? So that's like, think of it as your moral responsibility to stretch the mentor session as long as possible by annoying the shit out of the mentors and asking as many doubts as possible. So that's your responsibility. If you're not asking doubts, that's not a good position to be in. That means you're not learning and growing. So just feel free to ask any and all doubts. When you have a doubt, I think Manas already mentioned this earlier, when you have a doubt, immediately ask with your clan members in your Zoom call. If they are not able to help you resolve it, ask in Discord, and other clan members from across different clans would be able to help. If they are also not able to help, then you basically wait till the next mentor session. But ideally, you never have to wait till the mentor session because you already have these other places where you can go to ask for help. So hopefully that sort of gives you an idea in terms of how you should approach doubt solving altogether.
Cool. So,
but I think one thing on the tracks, I noticed everybody asking regarding jumping tracks, etc. I would say pick one track and stick with it and complete it, because this is something that I've seen a lot of people make a mistake on, especially if you are starting new with game development, right? A lot of people like, hey, today my friend told me about Unity. I started doing Unity, did a couple of YouTube tutorials, and then 2 weeks later, now I'm doing Unreal. 2 weeks later, I'm doing something else. 3 weeks later, I'm now in AI, right? And what ends up happening is that you have 0 quality projects on your portfolio. You have absolutely nothing to add on your resume, and you don't have explored the depth of one domain either to understand whether you are passionate about it or not. So the most common mistake is jumping too fast, and that's where since the program, at least for Launchpad, is only 14 days, right? You're not really getting stuck in a pipeline for 6 months. So you need to mainly just focus on that. Okay, I can pick one track which is suitable for me and then just stay with it, right? So that's how I would like to see most of you guys sort of approach that aspect of it. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. Are there other questions, Manas? I think if you can help curate the questions, because I can see a lot of questions go by.
Yep. So there's a question specifically related to the full stack game development program, and people have questions related to like if full stack game development program is also on scholarship or free after uh, Launchpad.
Got it. So I think that's a very different structure, because altogether that program has a lot of different things to offer in terms of a job opportunity, getting you prepared for an industry itself altogether, right? So one thing's for sure, the program does not come free for sure, right? But then again, first you need to be mentally prepared that this is something I want to do professionally. If that is the case, then you can think about looking into the different fee options for that program. There is both an option of like a standard upfront where you pay upfront and join the program, or you can do a deferred payment option where you don't pay 90% of the fees. You pay it after you're getting a job, right? So those kind of options, EMI, etc., like the whole way it's been structured so that it's very student friendly in some sense. But again, those things are very secondary. First, you should need to know whether you are interested in game development or not, right? And are you able to commit time to it? A Launchpad is for folks who are definitely thinking about full stack, right? Launchpad is a sure shot way of testing whether you can cope up with the pressure of full stack as well, right? Because a lot of you guys might be working full time, right? And might have some other commitments, freelance job, college exams, whatever, right? A lot of the people who end up joining realize that they're not able to cope up on the time frame as well, right? So from that perspective, Launchpad gives you a good benchmark to say, am I able to cope up with full stack, right? Will I be successful if I join full stack? Even though there are extended timelines in full stack as well, so that if you're losing track on one module because some shit happened at work and you're not able to give time, etc., but ideally you want to keep pace with the rest of your clan so that your placements start to happen at the same time and so on and so forth, right? So from those perspectives, right, this is a good way to understand, spend it 2 weeks on it and see, are you able to, with all the shit that's happening in life, are you able to really allocate the time needed to upskill, and are you serious about this or not, right? So this is a way of you to self-evaluate and then let us know that whether you want to continue or not. And also we will look at it based on, are you able to keep up your submissions, are you able to interact, are your peers talking highly about you, etc., right? All this information gets tracked in the system, and that gives us good data points to say whether you will be a good fit for full stack overall or not, right? But Manas talked about culture in the very beginning of the call, which might seem very important or unimportant, but actually that's probably one of the most important things, because if you're a cultural fit for Launchpad, then you will be a good, strong cultural fit for full stack as well, which means that you will be successful at the end of the program as well. Okay. Hopefully that answers the question. And what else, Manas, Piyush, if you can help with some other questions?
Yep, going through the chat.
Are these tracks suitable for Linux, as I don't use Windows? So if you're doing the C++ track, you can work on Linux, that's not a problem. But for Unity tracks, Linux would not be a suitable environment. There is a Unity version on Linux, but usually it's not very stable. So it's not really a constraint from our side. It's more of a constraint from the Unity's game engine itself. Okay.
Rohit is asking what happens on non-mentoring days, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday.
Good question. So typically, like I mentioned, right, there's, I think Malhar, Manas honed in on this point that that there's a lot of exchange of learning that happens among peers themselves, right? So during the other days, having the time blocked on your calendar is important, so that you know that even if I'm a working professional or I'm a college student or whatever, right, 7 p.m. means I have to be on the Zoom call and I have to block time to focus on my assignments, right? It gives you a way to block that time off for upskilling, right? For improving your skill set, building games that you always wanted to explore, right? But on those days, you can come in into, like, I think Piyush was showing that there were a bunch of students in the D&D chat, right? If you're really focused on, okay, I just need to learn this new topic today, the new chapter that is unlocked is talking about MBC and how to implement skins in the game, etc. So I'm going through the resources and going through that. During that time, you can stay in the D&D mode, right? But then once you have gone through the material, you can come out of D&D and start discussing doubts that you're facing with your other peers, right? Who are a part of the same Zoom call, going through the same track. So these sessions are there to for you to block out time for yourself, and two, to immediately get your doubts resolved with your peers as well, right? Because remember, they are also going through the same thing. So if Abhishek would have understood something on MVC and Malhar would not have understood that, Malhar would have understood something that Abhishek might be struggling with. So the more you start talking and engaging within your clans itself, you're able to resolve a lot of these queries instantaneously, and that lets you move forward faster. Because remember, you can take 4 years to do a BTech degree and become a developer as well, but here you're trying to do that in like a short condensed time, right? So you need to maximize the turnaround time on anything, right? And this is just that one framework that lets you do that very quickly, right? So that's the sort of the core goal for these non-mentor session days, yeah, where you are able to block out time as well as get your doubts resolved. Okay, Divyanshu is saying, I've been taking junior programming course with Unity. What track would suit me? I don't know, Divyanshu, what's that junior programming track? I think you're talking about Unity Learn website. But then again, if you're just getting started, I would say track 2, because track 3 is going to be fairly advanced. Track 3 is probably more suited for people with 2 years and above of Unity/game dev professional programming experience. So if you've been in the industry is what I mean, right? Not that I was in college and I was preparing YouTube videos or creating hyper casual games, which are fairly simplistic in nature when it comes to implementation. So if that is the case, then Unity Advanced might not be a good fit. Starting with track 2 would be a good fit. Okay. Good. Shantanu is asking regarding tracks. So I think that can be resolved in Discord. Shantanu, I think what I'll request is that for folks who are having issues with the tracks, Piyush, I think we should create a separate announcement thread or something, or have an announcement message in Discord pinned, so that right now it's in the chat. So it, I think, scrolled up or something. We got lost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay, Siddharth is asking, little confused. We'll be having Zoom calls 7 days with mentors. So mentors will be on a TTS schedule. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. The rest of the days you will have a Zoom call. If you don't think you need to come for those Zoom calls, it's okay. But at the end of the day, your assignment submission will be what's more important. So making sure that you're able to submit assignments, because there will be folks outside IST time zone. And I think Manus mentioned this earlier, that if you're outside the time zone, or if the time conflicts with your work schedule, you don't need to show up for any classes whatsoever. You can watch the recorded mentor sessions later, etc. It's helpful to show up live so that you can get your doubts resolved live and get to know your peers and cohort members. But potentially you can do the entire program without ever showing up on any call, and we don't care, right? It's up to you to manage your schedule. Our job is to provide you the pathway so that you're able to explore this domain and figure out whether this is the right domain for you from a career perspective, right? Remember, this is not a school. We are not going to give you a danda on your back to say that, hey, show up for attendance, or you'll ask your buddy for a proxy. None of that shit matters here, right? If you're doing this, you're only doing this either because you're passionate about game development and you want to explore it, or you have already made up your mind that you want to become a professional developer, right? And in either of those scenarios, attendance doesn't mean shit to anybody, right? Tomorrow, if you sit in a job interview, they're not going to ask you for your attendance, right? So if you're doing it for the attendance, you're just fooling yourself. Instead, do it for the love of it, because you really want to, right? Don't worry about the attendance crap. That's just, there for the people who don't really want it. If you're doing it, come because you like to interact with your peers, you like to share your knowledge and absorb their knowledge, and you want to sort of, up level, not yourself, but the community around you as well. So being an integral part of the community is all about that, right? So if that's what you want to do, then be there on those sessions, right? So no attendance criteria, none of that bullshit. Like I said, the only thing that we care about is, are you able to cope up with the time and the pressure, and are you able to submit your assignments on time? Those are the things that we look at, and those are the things that will determine your enrollment into full stack as well. Okay.
Yeah, people still have doubts about the unlocking of stuff, so I'll just go through it. For the initial chapters that we've unlocked for you, most of them will be based on Discord only, so that you get a grip of how the actual community works. Over there, wherever it's asking you for like a submission link, just enter some text like screenshot based submission and attach a screenshot of your actual assignment. And going forward from there, then as you unlock more and more study material, you'll be actually posting links to your GitHub repositories, etc. And over there, post that, you'll be getting more and more study material in your mail as you unlock more and more chapters.
I just noticed somebody asked, like, can I get started on tracks tonight, or do I have to wait till tomorrow? Start right away. You want to bounce off from this call and start because you are itching to get started. Nobody's stopping you, right? The sooner the better. So please, by all means. TDS Zoom. Okay. Okay, I think questions regarding this thing, regarding the track, accessing the links, etc. We'll share that in the Discord private channel, and we'll pin that message so that everybody gets to see it. Okay. I think there was somebody. Jairaj is asking, I'm with Unity for about 2 years and I have a knowledge of Java, C++, and C#, but I've never with text-based games, so it's good. Yeah, so in that case, you can start with C++ as well. And if you already have spent 2 years professionally working with Unity, then I would say jumping into track 3 is going to be good, because for a lot of folks, when they say that they know Java, C++, and C#, I find that professionally, again, no offense to any individual, they're still lacking a lot of core fundamentals, right? In terms of abstraction, OOPS principles, they're still lacking a lot of application. You might be able to repeat a definition, but if you're not able to explain under what circumstances what you will use, and more than that, if I ask you to show me the projects that you worked on in those 2 years and I see absolutely zero use cases where you have applied OOPS concepts, that tells me that you have a very theoretical knowledge base but not a practical one. And that's just a broad generalization in terms of what I've seen across the last 8 to 10 years in the industry, right? A lot of people, because our education system has trained us to mug up shit and spit it out in the exam the next day, but we never focus on application, right? So that's the main goal here. And that is something that from a cultural standpoint, you'll see a big shift. It's not about mugging up, it's about application. How do you take a concept from theory and actually apply it to the game project that you're working on, right? So that is what's going to be the key. Okay.
Yeah. There's one interesting question. If we have all the study material and we can do all the assignments, what will the mentors be doing on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday?
Got it. That's a very good question. If you have all the study material and you have all the assignments, and then even if I give you all the solutions to all the assignments as well, right? Imagine all of you, like we have like 90 odd people right now, all of you were given the exact same assignment, make a Flappy Bird, right? And everybody was given the same study material to build a Flappy Bird, right? You'll compare all the 90 results on the solutions and the code bases, right? You'll see 90 different ways of implementing shit, right? The best part here is that none of you would be wrong, but the best part here is that none of you would be right either, right? So some of you would have implemented some part correctly, but fucked up on something else, right? And vice versa for others, right? So if there is movement logic inside Flappy Bird, if there is score calculation logic inside Flappy Bird, if there is a death screen logic and a pause menu and a bunch of other features, right? Everybody would have implemented those things and they might be working, right? But there would be bugs in certain players, certain games implementation. There would be bugs in other parts of the games. The role of the mentor is to make you understand what you might have done wrong and why, right? The role of the mentor is not to give you the solution, right? So a typical scenario would be that if I'm looking at, if Manas brings up a question, right? And I'm the mentor for that session and I have 90 other people on the call with me, right? The role of me as a mentor is not to give the answer to what Manas asked. The role is to engage the discussion to say, okay, who else knows the answer to this or a potential answer to this, or why did this happen, right? Because having a question and an answer is not a black and white situation, right? There are 50 shades of gray in between. When it comes to practical implementation, you can implement a pause feature the same way. Manas can implement it in probably 50% better. The way I'll implement it is will be completely bug free on no matter what platform, right? Your will only work in your game. Manas' approach will work in his game and 20, 30 other games on both Android and Apple and iOS and blah, 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 right? The one I will work on will work on everything, and you can take it to any number of games infinitely. It's more about the level of clean code that you write, that you're able to understand why you need to write it the way you're writing it, right? It's the design philosophy behind it, how you implement it. Those are what matter. And the job of the mentor is to make you think in that direction and come up with a solution, right? Because there are 50 ways of getting one feature done, right? But every implementation will have its own pros and cons and bugs and whatnot, right? That's the beauty as well as the worst part of coding, right? This is not a mathematical equation that there will be only one answer, but there are like different ways that you can implement the same feature and different side consequences that will come out because of that. Okay, cool. You don't need to, somebody asked regarding Airtable, you don't need to log into Airtable. You just need to use the links and that's it. Okay. Okay. Permission to post a message into Launchpad 2. You should be in the list if you have run the command. So what we'll do is, if you're facing issues in the Launchpad joining the clan, please use the admission channel. If you're already in the Launchpad 2 clan, whatever questions you have, just post it there. We'll try to answer those there itself, okay? Because otherwise there's too much in the right now in the Zoom chat, okay? How to use GitHub repository. Again, let's just move the GitHub question to Discord GitHub. We'll answer it there. It will not be difficult. It will be difficult to answer it here, right? And right now for these tracks, you don't need to do anything with GitHub. Okay. Cool. Are we good with all the questions? Did we miss any?
Nope. I guess I covered most of them. The ones I saw deep inside the chat as well.
Yep, cool, awesome. So I think, is there anything else, Malar, Piyush? Yes, I think Siddharth, we are just wrapping up. So I think Piyush, Malar, anything, can you guys confirm if you're good?
Yeah.
There is one last bit of outscale ritual that we do. I don't know if others are familiar with it or not. So we'll do a quick. All right, so I just enabled permissions. I would request everybody to pop on their cameras / unmute themselves as well for this one. So this is something it's been called different names. It's been called outscale yoga to a certain extent as well. It's not yoga, don't worry. I'm not asking people to do yoga at 9 o'clock in the night. But it's been given different names. Please unmute your mic as well. It's okay if there's background noise, we'll make more noise, that's okay. So we're not going to disturb anybody else. And I would request you to switch over your view in Zoom from speaker to gallery, so that you can see a lot of the other faces as well. Okay, Hema is in the car, which is great. I can see a lot of folks joining in from diverse backgrounds. That's good to see. Perfect. So here's what we're going to do. Oh, somebody's in the waiting room. Oh. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to play it's called outscale ritual. Oh, somebody's actually driving. This is next level. I didn't think. Shit. Man, give that guy a prize. Right? Like, this is next level game dev dedication.
But
on a bike.
Don't try this. Don't try this, guys.
Guys, don't try this at home. But yeah, okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna raise our hands up in the air in front of the camera. Okay, everybody. If you're on your phone, just do as best as you can with one hand.
If
Otherwise,
you're on bike,
two hands.
don't.
If you're on bike and you're driving, then don't. As long as it's not hazardous, just do this. Okay. All right. So hands up in front of the camera. All right. Now start wiggling your fingers as fast as you can. Remember, all of you are coders, so you gotta type fast, right? This is like a warm-up exercise. Okay. Now on the count of 3, okay. When I say 1, 2, 3, right? I'm just showing you what we need to do. Okay, just keep wiggling. Okay, everybody's going to raise their hands up in the air. Okay, and then say go team, Go, and then team, TEAM. It's not go tea. I'm not talking about the beard. It's been misheard as go tea before. I'm talking about team. Okay, so we're gonna shout, not talk or not whisper. We're gonna shout, right? If there are neighbors sleeping, you want them to wake up. If there are dogs outside, you want them to start barking. Okay,
If
so
you are on a road, this is how you honk.
yeah. Okay, people should think you're road raging or whatever. Okay, so on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, go team. That didn't feel very exciting. Come on, guys. Like, I know everybody is hungry. Everybody wants to just bounce off and grab dinner. But all right, one more time. All right, this time show me proper energy. Okay. After that, I'm sure we'll wrap up so everybody can go.
I can see not everyone has unmuted. So
yeah, probably that's why as well. Just make sure to unmute so that I can hear you guys, because I can only fit like 49 people on one screen. But all right, awesome. All right, come on. Let's do it. All right. Wiggle fingers fast. Programmers. All right. 1, 2, 3. Go team! Awesome. Love the energy, guys. Awesome. And I know it's been a long call today, so thank you all for joining in. We'll stay connected on Discord and wish you all the very best for exploring game development. I'll probably see you again tomorrow for a little bit as well, and we'll anyways be there on Discord forever. So all the best. Excited to get started and see some kick-ass game projects coming out. All right, take care, guys. Ciao.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
bye bye.
Get started, guys. Get started.
Upside